Hey Max Swimmers! The purpose of this video tonight is to give you the rundown how to do the exercises that are in the A to Z workout. So we'll talk about each exercise and a couple modifications for each that you can do if your body doesn't allow you to do the proper exercise. So the first one is jumping jacks. You can do any form of jumping jack that you want. The standard, you can do seal jacks. Here, if the jumping is too hard on your joints, you can do step out jacks. But your arms and your step out, you need to have both your arms and your legs moving. Crunches. What I want you guys to think about on the crunches is the top of your hip bone here and the bottom of your rib cage, you want to bring those together. So you're going to do this laying on the ground with your feet flat, laying flat. Hands are behind your head, just your fingertips are touching. Don't yank on your neck this way. You're going to simply squeeze this part of your gut together. So your hip bone and your ribs should come closer together and then back down. Closer together and then back down. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging for yourself, you can elevate your legs and you can do them here. And if you want to add even more challenge, put your legs out here, cross over, and do this as a bicycle. Okay, next up, the squat. Another very standard exercise. So the thing to think about on the squat is your feet should be about shoulder width apart. You can turn your toes out a little bit. That'll give you a little bit less pressure on your knee and your hip joint. And you want to sit back down into the squat and back up. You can do it with a bench. If you aren't sure that you're squatting correctly, stand a few inches in front of a bench and just touch the bench and come back up. That'll give you the idea if you are doing a proper squat and if you are going deep enough. The other thing to think about on this is don't bend forward. Your butt leads the way down. Butt leads, butt comes back up. Chest is elevated, head is up, chest is up and forward on this. If you can't do this, if you can't get quite as deep into your squat, just go as far as you can, as deep as you can on these squats. Listen to your body. But go as deep into it as you can. The next one, push-ups. Starting in a plank, you're going to lower all the way to about an inch away from the ground, push all the way back up. This is not a full push-up. So what I would rather see you doing is going down to your knees and doing a full range of motion push-up, or do a hand release all the way down, hands come off, push all the way back up. But get that full range of motion in there. Don't just pulse it at the top. If that's a little too difficult for you to get down on the ground, you can do this also elevated. But again, I want full range of motion. So if I'm starting up here, I'm going to lower all the way till my chest touches the bench and then back up. And if I need a little bit of help, I can put one foot forward. It'll take a little bit of the weight off. Next up, wall sit. Find a wall, any wall. Your feet will be a little bit away so that you can sit, so that you have a good chair position here. 90-degree bend here at the hips, 90-degree at the knees. Ideally, your thighs are parallel to the ground. And push back into that wall. Squeeze your hamstrings, glutes, quads, ab muscles. Pull that navel into your spine. And here. A little bit of a hint on that is if you get more surface against the wall, more of your body against the wall, it'll provide a little more friction and that'll help you out a little bit. If you can't go that deep into that, go as deep as you can. So if your thighs aren't parallel, that's okay. If you can't get there because of a mobility issue, then don't worry about that. Your other alternative to wall sit is to do a squat hold. You'll just go down into a squat, chest is lifted, head is up, butt goes down first, and hold that position. Okay, burpees. Let's talk about proper form for a burpee. So, you're going to squat down, touch your hands, hop your feet back, do a proper push-up all the way to the ground and back up, hop your feet back up, and then reach for the sky. So all in one, it looks like this. If that's difficult for you and you need a modification, a couple mods that you can do. You'll still go down, but step back, step back. You can put your knees down for the push-up, and then step up, step up. Here, still reach for the sky. Try to get on your tiptoes if you can. If you can't do the hop, you can also do these elevated. So, you'll start in front of a bench, squat down, step or hop back, do your push-up, step or hop up, and then hop or go up on your tiptoes for the sky. Next up, plyo lunges. So these are basically jumping lunges. You'll start in a lunge position as deep as you can get with your your thigh hopefully parallel to the ground. And you're going to jump up and switch legs, switch legs, switch legs. If you can't do that, do it as a reverse lunge. Step back into the lunge, come back up to standing. Back into the lunge, back to standing. If you need help on balance and you want to put your hand on a chair or something like that to help you with your balance on that, go ahead and do that. Try to go as deep into the lunge as you can. Get that back knee as close to the ground as you can. Upper thigh parallel to the ground is ideal, but go as deep as you can. Okay, jump squats. All right after jump lunges. So what we're going to do on this one is a proper squat, jump up, right back down into a proper squat. So you're going to drop right back into that squat. If you are struggling with this, there's a couple things you can do. You can turn these into just normal squats again, or you can turn it into a squat, lift a knee. Squat, lift a knee. Next, plank. Your choice if you do high plank or low plank on your elbows on this. Couple things to think about. If you're in high plank, your shoulders are over your hands and you have a perfect line from your heels through your head. So you're not dropping your head here, you're not pushing your butt up here, and you're not pushing back on your hands. So your arms should be totally straight up and down, and your shoulders should be over your hands. If you're doing these down here, same thing, good line from your head all the way to your heels, and your shoulders are over your elbows this time, but you're holding it right here. Don't push back like this. Keep your head up, keep looking forward. What happens when you start to drop your head is people really start to push their butt up on their head and then they're looking at their feet. So if you can see your feet in plank, you're probably doing it wrong. Get that butt down. If you're struggling with that on the ground, again, you can do it elevated, but have good form. One line from your head through your heels, really good form. Keep that core engaged. Tri-dip. For this, you're going to need a bench or a chair or a sturdy coffee table, something like that. So you're going to sit on the edge, Get your hands as close to your butt as possible. If you want more isolation to your triceps, get your hands all the way together to do these. Make sure on these that you are going straight down here and back up, not way out here with your butt far away from the bench. So keep it nice and close, almost scrape your back along your bench or your chair as you go down. Ideally, your feet are out straight and you're doing your whole body weight with this. If that's too much, put 1 foot back and do it down, or put 2 feet back and go as deep as you can. So listen to your shoulders, listen to your body on that, but do challenge yourself to go as deep as you can. Okay, those are your exercises for the A to Z challenge. If you do have any questions or aren't sure, ping it up in Facebook and I'll try to get some answers to you. Okay, thanks guys. Have a super day.